Hi everyone, my name is Chef Kaylee and I'm going to be helping you to make some treats. Today they're going to be based off of the movie Frozen. So they're going to mostly be the color blue and they're going to be based off Elsa, Kristoff, Sven, and all the characters from the movie. I'm going to be helping you to see what tools you need, what ingredients you need, and to help you do the steps. So let's get right into it by starting with a milkshake. So for our milkshake, you're going to need a blender. I don't have one, so what I'm going to use is a hand blender, which is kind of the same thing. And I'm going to start off with my ice cream, my vanilla ice cream. I'm going to get my ice cream scooper and my little cup that goes in the blender, and I'm going to scoop it up until it's halfway full. So one scoop, another scoop, and maybe one more. It's just for me, so I don't need too much. Oh, there we go. Now I have my ice cream. I'm going to get my milk. So I'm going to open up my milk and I'm going to get my half-cup measuring cup. I'm going to very slowly pour my milk into the measuring cup all the way until the top. And then I'm going to put it in my cup. You can make your milkshake whatever flavor you like, coconut, vanilla, peppermint, whatever, but my favorite's vanilla, so I'm gonna take my vanilla extract, open it, and I'm gonna take my 1 teaspoon, and I'm gonna really slowly pour 1 teaspoon into the mixture. Now I think we're ready to blend. So this is my hand blender, and this is how you turn on. You press this button. So I'm gonna go on top of it and really slowly blend everything together. Okay, so it's all blended up. You can see that it got a little bit messy, but it looks good. It's white and we need to make it blue. So I have my blue food coloring here, and I'm gonna drop it until it's just as blue as I want. So if you want it to be really ice blue, you can make it really blue, but I think I want it to look kind of like my shirt, so just a light blue. So I'm gonna start off with 2 drops. Ready? 1, 2. So you can see there's 2 drops of blue, and then I'm gonna go back in with my blender and keep mixing it. See how it looks. Oh my gosh, are you ready to see how pretty the blue color is? It's a really nice blue and it almost exactly matches my shirt. So it's exactly what I wanted, but you don't forget, you can keep adding more blue if you want it to be really bright blue. Now that all our ingredients are inside of our milkshake, we're gonna go ahead and make it fancy by getting our glass. I'm using this mason jar and some frosting. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your glass, put it upside down, and you're gonna put it in your frosting. So you're gonna put the whole rim in the frosting like this. Ooh. So you see how the top of it is all white? It's in the frosting. So now that the rim of my cup is all covered in frosting, I'm gonna get myself a little bowl, and now I'm going to get my coconut shavings and I'm gonna pour some into the bowl. You don't have to pour all of it. And then I'm gonna take my cup, I'm gonna flip it upside down and put it into my bowl to get the coconut shavings all over the frosting on the rim. And then it's gonna look like frozen icicles. So see how many you can get on there. Mine's all white and covered all the way around. Now that our cup is ready, that means we're time to pour our milkshake inside. So I have my really pretty blue milkshake and I have my cup all ready. And I'm gonna try not to make a mess and slowly pour the milkshake inside of the cup. Really slowly, it's kind of chunky. Nice, so only a little bit of blue kind of got stuck on the cup, but there we have our. And now you can either get some whipped cream and you could fill it up with whipped cream and then put sprinkles on it, or you can just put sprinkles on it now. So I'm gonna take my really cool rainbow sprinkles. I'm just gonna pinch them with my fingers and sprinkle them into my milkshake to add some color. And now you can see that there's colors inside and it's ready to drink. So you can grab a straw and start drinking. Cheers. Very good. So now that our milkshakes are all ready, we're gonna start off with our Jello Ice Blocks inspired by the Frozen movie. So now we're ready to start our ice blocks inspired by the beginning of the movie where you see Kristoff as a little boy and he's with baby Sven and they're picking up ice blocks. So we're going to try to make those out of Jello. So I'm going to take a little glass pan and I'm going to take my gelatin. And there's 4 packages that we have to open and pour inside. So let's count. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're also going to add 1 tablespoon of sugar. So I'm going to go ahead and open up my sugar. And over here I have a 1 tablespoon. Fill it up with sugar. And then I'm going to pour it in. Now what you can do is, if you like a favorite type of blue juice that you have, or blue Gatorade, you can go ahead and pour that in, or you can just boil some water and you can add blue food coloring and you can pour it in to make it blue Jello. So we're gonna boil water and pour it in, and then we're going to add the blue food coloring. I have my kettle here with my water all boiled. I don't know if you can see the smoke coming out. It's really hot, so I have to be careful. If you do this with juice, it does have to be hot, so just make sure that you microwave whatever juice you're putting in first. So I'm going to take my kettle by the handle so I don't burn myself and slowly pour it in. The reason it has to be hot is so that it can dissolve all the gelatin and the sugar so you don't see the white grain. So I poured it in, and I'm just going to use my tablespoon to kind of mix it around and make sure everything dissolves. Once everything has dissolved, which means you can't see any of the white powder anymore, you can take your blue food coloring, which is all over my fingers and I think it's all over my lips too. And you're gonna open it really carefully because it gets really messy. Maybe mom or dad can help you. And you're going to pour a couple drops in to make it blue. Let's see how blue that makes it. So now that it's blue, I'm gonna go put this in the fridge where it has to stay until it gets jello-y. So that means when you touch it, your finger doesn't go into it. Like if I can't touch it because it's too hot, but if I touch it now, my finger's gonna go into it because it's water. So you have to wait until it's hard and bouncy where your finger can bounce on the top. So now I'm just gonna take this and put it into my fridge. So go ahead and place your Jello into the fridge until it sets. It should take about 1 hour, or you can leave it even overnight and pick it up the next day. Okay, so my Jello is now ready. You can tell because when I put my finger on it, it bounces up. So that means that now you can take your knife and we're gonna cut it into squares. So divide your tray up into squares to make a square. So I'm gonna start by taking my knife and cutting in this direction, side to side. And you can do as many or as little squares as you'd like. I did 3, and then I'm gonna switch and do it in the other direction. This is what's going to make it into the shape of squares. So now you can see mine is all cut up into squares. And we're gonna take them out and we're gonna put them in this bowl. And there you have a bowl of ice blocks because it looks like the blocks of ice that Kristoff cuts in the movie. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope all your frozen treats came out delicious and you enjoyed yourself and had a lot of fun making them.